Shalom from Israel. My name is Daniel Rose. I'm the Director of Educational Programming for Yesod in Europe. We're living in unprecedented, difficult times across the world, certainly across Europe. Yesod's mission has always been to support Jewish community professionals and educators, and that mission has never been more vital than now. We're driven and passionate about giving you, the people working in the Jewish communities, as much support as we can at this time, as we all realign our understanding of what it is to be a community at this time, as we practice and implement social distancing, yet at the same time desperately try to maintain a sense of community and perhaps upgrade and adapt our community programming. Yesod will be launching and implementing a series of initiatives to do that, but we'd love to know from you what it is that we can do to help support you. So please be in touch and let us know how you think we can help you, what your priorities are and what your needs are right now. One of these initiatives is this. We're going to be launching a vlog, and this is the first episode, a visual blog, so to speak, where at least once a week I'll be sharing an idea, an inspiring idea, I hope, that will help you in your work and provide some kind of inspiration or focus for you for the coming week. We'll probably be focusing on the Parsha, on the week's Parsha in the most, and finding a salient and relevant message that will inspire and provide a focus for you and strengthen you who are doing this vital work in Jewish communities. This week, the idea I'd love to share with you is an idea that Rabbi Sachs writes in his weekly Covenant and Conversation, his Parsha sheet for this week. This week's Parsha is Vayakhel Pekudei. And in the Parsha, Rabbi Sachs, in fact, the very first word of the Parsha is Vayakhel. He notes that the root of Vayakhel, Kuf, Hey, Lamed, is a root that we find in last week's Parsha as well. In last week's Parsha, we find that in the story of the golden calf, the Israelites gather around Aaron. Let's have a look at the verse. In last week's Parsha, Parashat Kitisa, at the story of the golden calf, when the people saw that Moshe had not come down the mountain at the time that they had expected, the verse says in Exodus chapter 32, verse 1, Vayah ha'am ki boshesh Moshe laredet min ha'ar vayikhahel ha'am al Aharon. When the people saw that Moses was so long in coming down from the mountain, the people gathered against Aaron. And they said to him, Come, make us a god, who shall go before us, for that man Moses who brought us from the land of Egypt, we do not know what has happened to him. Now in our Parsha this week, the very first word, Vayakhel, is the same root. Vayakhel Moshe et kol adat bnei Yisrael vayomer alehem el dvarim asher tzivah Hashem la'asot otam. Moses then gathered, the very same word, gathered the whole Israelite community and said to them, These are the things that the Lord has commanded you to do. The two verbs sound so similar. In fact, they can both be translated as gathered or assembled. But there's such a fundamental difference between the narrative and the way they're used. In the first case, in the first story, the story of the golden calf, where the people assembled, they assembled against Aaron. There was no leadership in that gathering. There was a herd mentality. They were a crowd. They weren't a community. They were a crowd. And they were all subject to crowd thinking, with all of its negative potential being actualized there. They were scared. They were panicking. There was no leadership whatsoever. And the ultimate end of that story is one of destruction. Many people lost their lives after this golden calf was built. And when Moses came down with the tablets of stone, there was tremendous anger, disappointment, and sadness. And in fact, on some level, they had to reboot the whole story of the giving of the Torah and the birth of the Jewish people. In the second use of the verb, in this week's Parsha, Vayakhel, the people come together with a purpose. They have strong leadership, that's Moshe, and they have a mission. Their mission in this case is to build a tabernacle. When a crowd or an assembly has a mission, has shared values, and has strong leadership, they're a kihila, they're a community. And that's the true meaning of the root, of the Hebrew root, kuf, hey, lamed, kihila. Although I know for a fact that Rabbi Sachs wrote this message some weeks ago, and could never have imagined that we would find ourselves as a people and humanity in a current situation. His words resonate more than ever for our current situation. There is tremendous herd thinking going on and crowd behavior, and for understandable reasons, we're all scared. We're all very scared. But with strong leadership and with a mission based on values, we can truly become a kihila, and it is our challenge to maintain our community as a whole, as an identity based on the values that we hold dear, that are central to us. And it's your job as the community leaders, as the leaders of the community, to drive us forward in this mission. So I wish you every hatzlacha, all the luck, all the brachot that you need to do this. And as I say, we'd really very much like to be able to support you in any way that we can, in every way that we can, in your journey, bringing your communities together in this new age, perhaps through virtual means and through distance, until we can once again physically be in the same place and put this whole episode behind us. I wish all of you a calm and peaceful weekend and Shabbat Shalom. Only health and safety. Please stay safe and healthy. And please God, I will be sending another vlog out next week. Shabbat Shalom.